Okay, so let's start with the RC rule section. So let's quickly look at okay. So I told you that there will be a 3-step process, right, which we will follow by solving RCs. Step 1 is to categorize, step 2 is to formulate the answer, step 3 is to eliminate the traps, right? So step 1 I'll teach you some categorization principles. Step 2 I'll teach you some algorithm or working methodology for each category, and third one is we will eliminate the traps using the rules. Okay, so first thing, if I have to categorize, I should know what are the different categories of questions in English RCs. Okay, so first thing which I'm going to teach you is, okay, the first thing I'm going to teach you is what are the different types of questions in RCs, and then I'll teach you how to identify each category. What are the different types or categories of question in English RC, in RCs. This holds true for any exam as such. Okay, so what are the different types of questions in RCs? So let's start with that. So fundamentally, I've seen I've solved thousands of passages, and what I've seen is there are fundamentally 6 types of questions in RCs. Okay, there are fundamentally 6 types of questions in RCs. The first category is called as the main theme question. The first category is called as main theme question. The second one is called as database question. The third one is what we call as tone questions. Or third is, let's put structure questions. So the third category is called as structure questions. The fourth one is called as tone questions. The fifth one is called as inference. And the sixth one is called as hypothetical questions. These are the 6 important types of questions in RCs. You just have to remember 6 categories, that's it. Okay, these are 6 types of questions. The first one is called as main theme question. The first category is called as main theme question. Second one is called as database question. Third one is structure question. Fourth one is tone question. Fifth is inference. Sixth is hypothetical question. These are the 6 types of questions. These are the only 6 types of questions which will come up. Or let's say these 6 types of questions will cater 80 to 90% of your questions in RCs. Okay, yeah, there is always a tail. There will be some assumption question, then there will be some random questions and all will be there. Okay, assumption questions, etc. But please be clear, there's a tail. Okay, these 6 categories, let's put it in simple terms. These 6 categories will cover 80 to 90% of your question types in your examination. These 6 categories will cover 80 to 90% of your question types in your RCs. Okay, so it can be a permutation combination. By the way, we can have database inference question, we can have database hypothetical question, you can have a let's say structural tone question, okay, structure based hypothetical question. All that permutation combination is fine. Okay, in fact, even there are only 2 or 3 permutations, honestly speaking, there are only 2 or 3 permutations. We will look at all of them. Okay, now a point to be noted, okay, this will help you a little later, guys. These first 4 categories, right? These first 4 categories: main theme, database question, structure questions, tone questions. Okay, these first 4 categories is what I call as my low hanging fruits. Okay, they are called as low hanging fruits. Now why do I call them as low hanging fruits? Because they are very easy to solve. They are really easy to solve. Okay, in fact, I will tell you, for many of these questions, you don't even have to understand the passage. You don't even have to understand the passage and you'll get the answer. Most importantly, I will teach you how to verify the answer. After you've picked the answer, let's assume without using any rules also, I'm okay with it. You use your own methodology to pick the answer. You do not use any rule at all. I'm fine with it. Okay. Without using any rules, you use your instinct to pick the answer, and you're not sure whether the answer is right, I'll give you some methodologies to verify the answer using some interesting principles. That's why these are low hanging fruits. These are questions you must attempt at any cost. Okay, don't guess, use the rules, you should get the answer right. Whereas these 2 questions, inference and hypothetical questions, are slightly tough questions. They're not very easy. Okay, they're not very easy, they're very, very tricky. Especially one type of inference question is very, very tricky. Hypothetical questions are always difficult. We will see that. Okay, so let's start off. The first type. So hopefully you guys have noted down this, the 6 types of questions in RCs: main theme questions, database question, structure questions, tone questions, inference questions, hypothetical questions. Main theme, database, structure, tone. These four are what we call as low-hanging fruits. They are very easy questions to answer. You will see that. Inference and hypothetical are slightly tricky. Okay, so let's start. So first category which we're going to discuss is what I call as my main theme question. Okay, it's what we call as the main theme questions. Okay, so let's start with that. Right. So first thing, the first category we're going to look at is main theme questions. So let's follow the three-step process here. So what is step one? Step one is I should teach, we should know how to categorize. Okay, so we should know how to categorize this question, or how do I identify that this question is a main theme question. Okay, so let me give you some indicators. Okay, let me give you some indicators. Okay, so moment you see the following words, right, you can be pretty sure that this is a main theme question. So what are the indicators? Okay, what are some keywords, indicators slash keywords, okay, which will help us to identify that this question is a main theme question. So what are those keywords? Okay guys, so what are the indicators or keywords? So please write down what are the keywords you will find in a main theme question, or moment you see these following words, right, you know that it's a main theme question. So please write down what are those keywords. So first one would be okay, what is the primary purpose of the passage? You will see this. What is the primary purpose of the passage? Okay, that's one way they'll ask this question. Then they'll ask you what is the main theme of this passage? What is the main theme? What is the gist? What is the summary of this particular passage? Okay, so you need to find out what is the primary purpose, what is the main theme, what is the gist or summary of this particular passage. Then third, okay, the third thing you will see is you will see words like which of the following if true would strengthen the author, or let's put like this, okay, what is the author's primary conclusion? Okay, what is the author's primary conclusion of this particular passage? Now, the other way they'll ask this question is which of the following, okay, which of the following statements, will the author, okay, will the author strongly support? Which of the following which of the following statements will the author strongly support? Okay, then what is the key idea of this particular passage? Okay, what is the key idea of this particular passage? Then there'll be questions like which is the they would be like primary purpose, what we discussed already. What is the main theme, main idea? Okay, which of the ideas he's strongly supporting? Primary conclusion. Okay, all these are typically what we call as main theme questions. So main theme questions are basically summary of the passage questions. It's like summary or gist of the entire passage. Okay, that is the, yeah, that's a primary purpose. Okay, primary purpose or main theme, etc. So main theme is pretty simple, guys. If I look at main theme question, right? Okay, now what are they trying to do? The whole idea is to find out what is the summary. Okay, what is the summary or the gist of the passage? That is the objective of this particular question. Okay, that is basically the objective of this particular question. What is the summary or gist of the entire passage? What is the key idea he is trying to tell? What is the key idea he is trying to support in this particular passage? Okay, so that is the objective of this particular question, summary, gist or main theme of the particular passage. What is one idea he is trying to support strongly? Okay, so that's how you categorize. The way you categorize this question is, first thing is you will search for the following keywords. What are those keywords? Primary purpose, main theme, gist or summary, primary conclusion of the passage, which of the following statements will the author strongly support, key idea, etc. These are what we call as, these are typically key indicators for main theme question. These are typically the key indicators for your main theme questions. The moment you see these words, you know it is a main theme question. Okay.